Alright, I think we're ready to leave Fort Joy. I did just check up on where to get the last piece of Brachus Rex armor. We have that now. Anyway, let's move on.
Let's go.
Malady grabs the vessel with two hands and pushes it into the water. She hops on board behind you.
God-woken. Wait till she finds out.
Salty water mists your face. Your skin prickles in bright, warm sunlight. The boat bobs forward through the water, and Fort Joy shrinks behind you.
Tired but victorious, the party made for the Lady Vengeance. The horrors of Fort Joy behind them. They arrived as sorcerers. They left as God-woken. The fate of this God-forsaken world now rested on their shoulders. Or at least, on the shoulders of one of them.
I have a thought. A light sea breeze kisses your cheek and carries away the smell of blood wafting up from the deck. In the distance, Fort Joy looms. Ship is ours.
Our freedom came at a great cost, I suppose.
What were they thinking, standing against an Eternal? I almost pity the poor, ignorant beasts.
I'll be damned if I ever set foot on that island again. Don't care who I have to bury.
I've no sympathy for those who die in the line of duty, especially as odious a duty as those dead magisters held.
It's bad luck to let the dead linger aboard. As soon as we get moving, we ought to clear the deck.
A hard-fought freedom, sure. But if spilling blood is bad, it shouldn't be so agreeable. Onward now. The sooner Fort Joy disappears from the horizon, the better. Perhaps the Seekers need help manning the ship.
Well, this is a fine sight. Utterly barbaric, of course, destroying a tree and turning it into a boat. Grotesque, but, well, look at it, Quercus. A floating nest, surrounded on all sides by salt water, pure poison to a tree's root. The great acorn could never reach us out here. Well, yes, of course we'll continue our research, Quercus. We're not monsters. Still, I must admit, you were right about the shield. It proved to be more than adequate.
We'll bow to the squirrel, he's very welcome.
Oh, yes, it seems our shield is still here, Quercus. How does something so large and ungainly sneak up on a person? You give the giants too much credit, Quercus. I think the salty air has addled your mind. It has certainly been useful, but elegant, kind, surprisingly attractive. No, we have no time for your fawning. We may be safe, but the world is not. Come, we must return to our research.
Loot.
Lord, so close to escaping.
see, got all of them.
I remember this one. His name was Kerban. His friend's sword couldn't save him, it would appear.
Deliver us from peril.
It was a momentous day, so momentous in fact that I decided to start keeping a diary to record my time on the Lady Vengeance. So that one day should I have a family my children and their children may know of my small involvement in these momentous times. So to begin today, the Divine Lady Dallas, Hammer of the Order, arrived on board. We swept by in all our momentous gloriousness, and I fancied that she glanced at me, a tiny smile twitched in the corner of her mouth. The Hammer smiled at me, possibly. Then she went to her stateroom, and there she spoke to the doors. I did not hear the whole of the conversation, but I believe she spoke of the principle of fortitude, which is, of course, an important part of both the ethos of the Order and maritime construction. The door seemed suitably inspired and open for her. She glided inside. We've not seen her since. Momentous day. Orders, we have orders. Ship is to see action. An evil band of rebels landed on the island were to destroy their ship and perhaps them too. Tomorrow I shall recount the story of our glorious victory. Fortitude is the key. Fortitude shall open the doors. Good to know. Let's go up here. We won't go to the front of the boat just yet.
Spare me, Gareth. We got what we came for. This is what success looks like.
I won't see them tossed overboard. Not here. We'll hold a proper service.
What's his face and so would want us to get this ship sailing before all else. They died for those Godwoken, after all.
You know their names, Malady. Can't you even pay them that much respect?
Gareth inhales sharply, then catches you out of the corner of his eye and smiles, barely.
Our guest stirs. Welcome, Godwoken. Glad to see you safely aboard.
Very glad indeed.
I'll ask how many were lost in the battle.
Too many.
One too few, actually. Alexander, he's alive.
Keep your calm and ask where he is now.
He's in the hold below decks. Unconscious, but alive.
Ask what they plan.
Question him. Someone has been hunting your kind, and Alexander fancies himself the only Godwoken worthy of ascending. As far as we know, you may even be the last still alive. If Alexander is guilty, he'll face justice.
We'll take our leave.
Nothing up here's gonna get her going, even for a Godwoken.
We're lucky to have made it this far, but our luck will be for nothing if this ship doesn't take sail soon.
Junk.
Fine, just telling us that Alexander survived. We knew that. Fish.
Don't go any further, Godwoken. We need you alive.
Ask her what's going on.
The ship won't sail. We had orders to search every corner of it and figure out what's blocking us. It's hewn from elven livewood. I thought I could communicate with it, but...
She glances over towards a smouldering pile of ash on the deck nearby. Something is nestled within it. Fragments of scorched bone.
That was Brendan. When the ship wouldn't answer my call, he touched the figurehead, and it attacked him, without warning. He burned, like he was made of parchment.
Ask if she learned anything useful before the figurehead attacked.
Nothing. The ship is livewood, that much is clear. But I couldn't communicate with it. The Magisters must have done something, warped it somehow. I just don't know what.
Express your condolences.
Her eyes flick over to the smouldering ashes once again, her head held at a despondent angle.
Thank you. We were held captive together on this ship. He kept my spirits up. Now he's dead.
He's got nothing on him. We'll go below deck actually. Workbench, bunch of workbenches. Beer, beer, and more beer.
The silent monk leans forward slightly and stares at you straight in the eyes. She seems eager for you to say something.
There must be something around here.
Make the stew.
Something important if I was a Magister.
Let's see, repair hammer, we'll grab that. One's a rope. Or chest. Okay. Beer, 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 more beer. Yeah, there's the door.
Speak to me if you're looking for hired help. I've got good fighters of every stripe. They know how to keep their mouths shut too, as long as there's gold in it for them. So, what'll it be?
Yeah, we're okay for now. Something in that book.
Hey, don't I know you from somewhere? So, we've got quite the task on our hands, haven't we? I have to admit, the whole thing is very intriguing.
Sure. Yeah, we'll tell her we'll keep her around.
The old band back together again, hmm? I guess that depends, doesn't it? Look at me. Hard. What do you see?
Losa leans back slightly, thin arms crossed in front of her chest, and stares at you defiantly from dark eye sockets, darker and deeper set than when you first met. She blows back a lock of white hair, matted with sweat and grime, and holds back a smile from the corners of her lips.
There you see Los, the same person traveled with before.
But I'm not the same, am I? I want to make sure you understand, well, the risks.
And we understand fully.
You'll do what you have to do, right? If I fail, if this thing takes control, you'll protect yourself and everyone else against it. Even if it means killing me.
I know we did it before.
Do I ever? Still sore from that one. At the time, I wanted you to defend me. I didn't realize how bad things had gotten. I know better now. Something like that happens again, you do what needs to be done. Deal?
Deal.
Well, all right then.
She pinches your cheek, a sparkle in her dim grey eyes.
I knew I could count on you to murder me in a pinch. Let's go, Chief.
32,000 XP.
We've braved the joy, and I lust for further adventure. What say you? Shall we continue our journey together?
Yeah, sure.
You're not quite certain you'll ever sleep soundly with Sabine in any sort of proximity, but at least she's on your side. For the moment.
Was that Ifin up here, or was that Bean? Fine.
I was just getting used to this seafaring life. You know, we could... From the look in your eye, I gather it's time to grab my things and get back to work.
Yeah, sure.
Ready? We'd probably get tired of this view soon enough anyway.
Beast.
Let's team up, you and me. What do you say?
Sounds like a good idea.
Now, onward.
Bunch of XP. Oops. There he is. Yeah.
I must say, you may not be an eternal, but you are certainly not as temporary as many of your fellows. You handled yourself well. Personally, I am just glad that I do not have to walk back to Reaper's Coast. Wind travel may be primitive, but it is at least efficient.
Now point out that the ship is livewood.
Livewood? You have taken a dead elf and carved it into a pleasure yacht? I knew you people were barbarians. I had no idea you were sadists too. Well, no matter. Whatever gets me to Reaper's Coast quickly. I have an excavation site to explore.
You're curious, what does he hope to find?
The only treasure worth digging for. Knowledge. I was investigating a site where several artifacts of my people have been found. Some were even intact.
Not a thing but spiders and disappointment.
Alas, I was not the only one there. Those red-robed idiots were scurrying about too, trampling precious clues under their ignorant boots. They caught me when I failed to correctly respond to their questions, and dragged me here. Still, it's good to be on the move again.
Smile, Mr. Hand on his arm.
Well, you see, I have a rather pressing engagement at the Black.
The skeleton breaks off mid-sentence as he notices your hand. He pulls out a notebook, flicking through it, running a finger down the pages.
Physical contact, voice lowered, coy looks. Good heavens, is this a mating ritual?
Actually, you're not so sure about this. You prefer someone with a little more everything.
Oh. Well, that's a little close-minded of you. But I'm not here to guard against your poor choices. Although perhaps you would be interested in a companion of another sort. I need to travel to the Black Pit's oil field near Reaper's Coast. But my attempts at staying under the cover have not gone well to date. Given how well you handled yourself in Fort Joy, I rather think you could be of use, and I am certainly useful to you. So, how about it? I travel with you and aid you in your various chores and tasks, while you help me to remain incognito.
Yeah, cool.
Very well. Let's be off.
Get the party back together. Bad.
How you doing?
Ask if the rat knows how to steer the ship.
You creatures with your legs and arms and your opposable thumbs. You always want to steer the ship. You need to trust the ship. It dances to the tune. It knows what it's doing. Talk to the figurehead if you don't believe me. That's always entertaining. For me, anyway.
No one's ever regretted having extra help in a fight. I'll guarantee you that.
I've spotted something.
Nice. Always takes stuff like that.
The Seeker flexes her arms stiffly. Her joints audibly pop. She sees you draw near.
I owe you, Godwoken. Without your help, I'd likely still be a prisoner around here, not guarding Alexander the bloody divine himself.
She nods her thanks and immediately winces, laying her hand on the back of her neck.
I'll ask her to open the gate.
Good luck getting anything out of either of them. Our special guest is out cold, and the other one ain't in much of a talking mood.
Grand, just unlock the cage.
Alright then, just... don't make me regret it. I'll keep an eye on the red until the cage is locked again.
A young magister paces around the brig, fussing over Alexander's unconscious form. She leans over and applies a damp cloth to his brow. She notices you observing her. She straightens her back and sets her jaw in a defiant scowl.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot. So stow your questions, lizard.
Note that she must be shocked to find herself looking after the Divine.
Ranley, Corker's mate, Lady Vengeance.
Ask her if her comrades escaped the attack.
Ranley, Corker's mate, Lady Bloody Vengeance.
Wonder where the loot's hidden.
The Magister pauses, takes a deep breath and...
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Say that you're sure you can get her to talk. She's only human after all.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine...
Let's see what everyone has.
I ought to chain you up like your lot did to me.
Get away from him,
There you
sorcerer.
go.
That's the Divine.
I know that she's alone, unarmed, and there's a ship full of seekers who'd happily throw her overboard. She's in no position to be making demands.
All right. Don't harm him. I'll be watching.
Bishop Alexander lies supine on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, his eyes are only half closed. His swollen jaw hangs open at an odd angle.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel,
Look closely at his simple regalia.
Can't you say anything else?
A beautiful six-sided gem rests on the bishop's chest, hung round his neck by an ordinary oiled rope.
Magister Ranley,
We'll slip the gem from around his neck.
The gem sits heavily in your pouch.
You keep saying that. It won't see.
Look at his face.
Bruises swell beneath his eyes, and a shallow gash zigzags from his right ear down to his beardless cheek. Unconscious, he looks more boy than bishop.
Kicked his ass. Licked his hands.
Someone has wiped the bishop's hands clean and folded them neatly over his abdomen. They rise and fall in shallow, jagged swells.
Alright, we'll take her leave. Where's that gem? Oh, it's so much stuff.
I ought to chain you up like your lot did to me.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence
Pretty nice
vessel,
ship, eh?
Oop, wrong one.
Magister Ranley,
It's fine. Don't need to talk to you anymore. Let's move on. And open this door.
There's something to these doors I'm not seeing. But what?
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice its unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent to detract from its apparent perfection.
Go for the scholar answer. The old text spoke to doors like this. Disputosiums, they were called. Place your palm against the door.
The wood groans and creaks. A face appears in the wood, tortured and tormented. A six-sided indentation is carved on its forehead, as if a gem or amulet had made a mark there. The face vanishes.
Hold the gem out.
The anguished face appears once more. It dips its forehead towards you and waits.
Hold the gem to the six-sided shape carved in the figure's forehead.
A shudder of pleasure racks the figure in the door. It seems to breathe. All of a sudden, all anguish is gone. It gives you the sternest of looks.
I am summoned. Speak the password.
And state the password fortitude.
Yes, and yes again.
Nice.
The word is spoken. Welcome to the stateroom.
You saw what I could not. It seems Malady is quite right about you.
You got through the door.
This could take a minute.
Just one more moment, please.
Okay.
He clicks together two halves of some type of gauntlet sitting in his lap and turns his full attention to you.
And there. Rescued at last, am I? To whom do I owe my thanks?
Later we've seized the ship and we demand to know who he is.
I'm a prisoner, of course. Do you think I'd be sitting here calmly if I was a Magister holdout? That infernal Dallas woman left me trapped here, too weak to escape. It seems I'm in your debt.
He spent time with Dallas. Ask her about it.
Despite what she did to me, I can't help but admire the woman a little. She's unwavering. She will break before she bends. If you cross paths with her, be sure to break her. I doubt you will get another chance.
Point out the prisoners aren't usually held in the master cabin.
Dallas took a particular interest in me and my skills. I'm an expert in healing, crafting, and more arcane practices. She kept me here to do her bidding. Until you took her flagship from right under her nose, it seems.
They thought he sounds like a mercenary.
I've offered my services for gold in the past, yes. But my labors for Dallas were far from voluntary.
He extends his arm and pushes up the sleeve. Beneath, the skin is withered and discolored, as if it were magically decayed.
She used some form of domination device on me, forcing my hands to do her bidding, and I've ruined them in the process.
Ask what exactly she had him do.
Oh, cast spells, tinker with relics, meddle with the laws of nature. All the sorts of things power-hungry despots love to do. She had me enchanted dead cat over there, so it would seem alive.
He clicks the gauntlet into place around his withered forearm, his eyes on you the whole time.
But that damn contraption that she used on me seems to fog my memory. The rest is a blur.
It sounds like necromancy.
No! Necromancy is an unsavory practice, not something to be trifled with lightly. This is but a cunning illusion of my own creation, nothing more.
His face abruptly creases into a smile.
But come now, enough of Dallas and dead cats. You've taken this ship and granted my freedom. This is a happy moment.
What else did you do for Dallas?
I'm afraid I cannot tell you what I do not remember. Could you pass me that copper wire just there?
I will hold it out of reach.
An unseen force yanks the copper out of your grasp. Tarquin catches it and offers you a thin smile.
Butterfingers? I'm afraid I truly can't remember anything. Now, unless there's something else you want, I need to get back to my work.
I'll say we don't believe him.
I'm doing my utmost to be civil to you, under rather trying circumstances. Why must you push me like this?
Rogan state that trusting strangers is a good way to end up dead in your view.
Well, you're painting me into a corner here, friend. And I don't like to be cornered.
Really?
Something tells me that he'll only bring us woe, but I can't judge him yet.
Anyone who faced enslavement deserves our sympathy, not our blades. Leave him.
The Seekers are too trusting by half. We can't just let this healer go free.
I'm not perfect myself. It isn't for me to judge this one.
Let the creature live. He is hardly worth our time.
I don't want to provoke more violence.
He takes your hand in his gauntlet-clad fist and shakes it. There's a lot more power in his grip than his slender frame would suggest.
Call me Tarquin, and consider me at your service.
Ask about the gauntlet.
No! This piece is far beyond what those wretches could muster. This is something of my own design, to meet my own requirements. The Magisters left me weakened, but this will help give me the strength to carry on my work.
See if there's anything he wants to trade. Yes, there is. I might take that. Oh, we've got underplate boots. Nice bit of magic armor on them. Do that anyway. Nature, get rid of that. Get rid of that. That. Okay. Daggers. Couple of staves. Yeah, that one. The ones aren't fantastic. More about comparing the armor. We take that. There's ignition already. And the chest. Sell the chest. That'll do for now. Let's see. Keep raining blood, just in case we want to learn that later. You want to get that for now? Don't think so. Don't really need anything there. We need to go through her assortment of things. Constitution and bartering. 1300 for that? No thanks. Yeah, I think we're pretty good there. Just double check. 16 to 19. Maybe we set crippled instead. I think we'll hold off on that. We'll take our leave for now, because we have a ton of stuff to keep looting. We'll have plenty of bottles to make potions with.
This looks like a teleporter pyramid. It could certainly come in handy.
Only one way to find out. Try using it.
Yeah. From the desk of Dallas the Hammer. Subsequent to the bloody atrocity committed to Bessan, at Bessan, That all seekers be stripped of the titles and privileges once afforded to them as members of the Divine Order. Their mistake must not be repeated. Note to self. Leave Meister in Driftwood. This is enough. And trap discernment kit. Take that letter too. Laboratory stuff. Dusty tome. Okay. I thought we might learn something from that. Take the identifying glass. Okay, nothing in particular. Nice. Always take a couple of scrolls. Resurrection scroll, very nice. Okay, it's locked.
Junk.
Oh, I did that again. Get Thane. Do a lockpick that. Oh damn. Okay, so we need to find keys. Oh, nice.
I found something.
Okay, but why can't I click it? Oh. Wait, what's that do? Oh, there it is. Then you can pop up here. Pretty good. Alright, bunch of amulets. Painting of a battle, a metal staff, take that. Serrated two-hander, we'll take that. Nothing else there. Oh, we're overweight as well. Hold off on that. 14 magic armor across the board on those three. Yeah, all our stuff gives stats. Not quite looking to replace it. All our rings are gone? Am I seeing that right? Never mind. Okay. Oh, summoning. What is no longer valid? Right, don't know what that was. Maybe a skill. Don't put that on. Oh, we did buy armor. We bought this. Yeah, suits the armor a bit more. Pop them on there. And Fane, we got you pants. Oh, that's right, he's wearing the teleportation gloves and we'll leave him with them for the moment. Anyway. Read that book.
What's this? I found something.
The book is unreadable, therefore we will take it. Alright. What have we got? So we're going to put down a totem. Put down a Carnot. Level 8. It's not bad. I have up to 3 source points. Nice. Now, if Anne, you hit him. Spread out it. Just want to bring down their damage. He's knocked down. We'll end that turn. Now. Go for Encourage. Don't need magical armor right now. He has 200 magical armor. But restoration on someone maybe? Just in case. Their standard attack does magical damage as well. Unfortunate, but do that. He gets a nice bit of health back now as well. Play dead, we don't need that. Might as well just bring in another. We'll power up our incarnate. And we'll do battle stomp.
I'm ready.
That'll do nicely. Fortify beast. Yeah, I'm gonna say he's gonna die anyway. Just standard attacks here. She's not really gonna do anything. We'll just keep pounding on it. Right, that's battering ram. Okay. Then turn. Yeah, lovely.
Those guards are victims.
Both, I fear.
Ooh, very nice. And what we'll do is go in here. Yeah, there we go. Do that and get some nails and do the standard. Do the standard non-slip protection. Lovely. Read whatever that is. Let's tell us how those pyramids work. Take that. What is the key we're looking for?
Another pyramid.
Better read. Oh, now we're carrying too much again. Okay. keep all the tyrant stuff. Broken sword. Give out a few random bits here. Goes to Sebel, that goes to Sebel. I might just do a recording of eating all those different body parts, because that's going to take a while. Yeah. Okay, a bunch of packages, laboratory stuff, grotesque jars, mine maggots, I'll take them. We did get a key. Ah, close for you. Leave this up for a second if anyone wants to rewatch and pause or anything like that. Oh, we'll send that to Los. Send that to Ifen.
I'm a monster. I click and clack as I stalk my prey. My tail rattles like a snake's. I suffer.
Stroke the cat's head and ask how it became an undead.
Don't touch me. My very being is a curse. Was Tarquin that wretch, that rat? I ate an ill mouse and passed in my sleep, and the brooding boar brought me back on a log. Me miserable.
Ask if it's Dallas's cat.
Mumsy? Is she here? Mumsy, where are you? 'Tis I, Booply Bear. I am quite changed, but don't be frightened.
Tell her Dallas sent you and get the ship moving.
You? She sent you?
The cat begins to purr and rub itself on your ankles.
Any friend to Mumsy is a friend to me. I believe the song is around here somewhere.
Ask her where she should look.
Oh, I don't know. In the direction of over there.
Ask what song does she mean?
The song, of course. Trouble not my weary mind with duncery.
Thank the cat.
The cat purrs, an eerie clicking sound.
Tell Mumsy to come back soon. Now that I am but bone, I'm too light to trip the moving door. I'm sure there's a rat back there.
Oh, Quirkus, don't be like that. I was looking at his bone structure for academic purposes. There's nothing to be jealous of, honestly.
Oh no, that just brought us in here. Right, nothing else there. I think we have a song in the book. The lizard song or whatever. Go test it out. way. Get everyone rested up.
Void Slayer, Worm Killer, Godwoken. You have many names. Let's add ship's captain to the list once we get this thing moving, shall we?
Ask about Melody. You thought she was a seeker too.
She's not exactly a seeker. She's not exactly an elf either. Half demon, Meister Siva says, and I don't doubt it. I don't know how Siva came to know her, but Melody's a proper ally. She's not easy to like, but there are times I admire her coldness.
Gareth fingers the hilt of his blade. He stares at nothing in particular before turning his gaze back to you.
Okay, we can't wait to get moving.
Driftwood, of course. Little fishing village. Not very welcoming, but you'll brighten it up, I'm sure. Got family near there. Not the adventuring types. For the best, really. Meister Siva's there too. One of your kin. My leader. Our leader. She held the Seekers together when we had every reason to fall apart.
Ask about her.
Think of her as a teacher. The powers of the Seven stir in you. She'll reveal them to you. Show you how to manipulate them.
Mention the spat with Melody.
I won't let the fallen be forgotten. I'd be no better than Dallas, no better than Alexander, if I just tossed their remains into the sea. To think that whelp spawned from greatness. He deserves no better fate than his silent monks. All this blood. Children ripped from families. Seekers ripped from me. He's down there now, guarded like some precious jewel, rather than leashed and flogged like the dog he is. Amazing to think those of us in the Order once assumed the gods were with him, and only him. That was before we found the others.
What does he mean by the others?
Other Godwoken. When Lucian died, we waited, and waited some more. Alexander never rose to divinity. Then we started to find more like him. We weren't the only ones who noticed either. Not every Godwoken we found was alive. And so the Seekers were born. We found Godwoken, housed them, fed them. I loved them like family. I was naive. But let's leave the past in the past and reach for what's ahead. Keep Lucian close, Godwoken.
Getting it done, come hell or high water. Likely both, eh?
Pray to you for my Seeker brethren.
Before you is a towering figurehead carved in the likeness of a dragon. It looms over the bow, its fangs bared at the open sea.
You spot the mark on the figurehead. It's a living scar.
At that moment, the ship serendipitously creaks beneath you, almost like it is acknowledging your observation.
Lay your hand on the figurehead.
Searing pain races up your arm. The ship senses you. It's angry.
Keep your hand where it is.
The pain intensifies. It's spreading past your arm,
Whoops.
across your chest. Your lungs feel like they're on fire.
Oh, that's alright.
Be careful around the figurehead, Godwoken.
Go again.
Blessings.
The figurehead looms ahead, continuing its silent...
Sort by type.
Hear my prayer. Show us the way forward. Deliver us from peril.
Fine.
Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find rest.
Mostly we haven't found the song yet. Oh, there we go.
Deliver us from peril. Pray to you for my
God, I hope I haven't bugged it by picking up the book beforehand.
Where would I hide something important?
Never mind. Bloody songbook right here.
This is written in ancient lizard script.
I never picked it up.
It appears to be a song.
There we go.
Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find rest.
The figurehead looms ahead, continuing its silent watch over the seas.
We'll sing the old song.
The deck beneath you groans and trembles, like the ship itself is awaking from a slumber. A deep sigh emerges, unmistakably the sound of a living being.
You are not the witch. You are not Dallas. You sang the song. Now you must decide my fate. Are you to be my new master?
Admit that you saw the flaws in your people's use of slavery. After your time in Fort Joy, the ship is free.
Perhaps lizard blood does not truly run cold then. Thank you. But I cannot be free again. Not truly. I am a vessel and must be guided. Let me take you wherever you wish. We can depart as soon as you are ready.
I will say that we want to know a bit more.
Ask. I am here to serve in all ways.
Note that you heard that Livewood came only from ancestor trees of the Elven homeland, but those forests were sacrificed in the wars of the previous generation.
Sacrifice must be made willingly. Our home was stolen from us. Magisters destroyed our way of life to end the war they started. Then they uprooted me and they tore me apart and turned me into this monstrosity.
Asuka cannot remember anything from its previous existence.
The creaking of the ship eases into a contemplative silence.
Once, I was an elf. I passed away and was reborn as an ancestor tree. In a beautiful forest surrounded by kin of both flesh and root. But that time has passed. I saw that forest reduced to a dead place. Then I was taken away. My memories were lost, like the leaves from my branches.
As that you've heard enough for now, it's time to prepare to sail.
Of course. Wherever there is sea, I will endeavor to bring you. Consult with your companions and set a course.
The ship's awake. Good. Is she ready to sail?
Yeah, sure, the ship is ready to go.
A slow, toothless smile stretches across her face.
To driftwood, then.
Cool.
It most certainly is. Forward.
With the sun on their backs and the wind in their sails, the Godwoken watched Fort Joy shrink behind them. capture of the Lady Vengeance had not gone unnoticed.
I respect your mettle, sorcerers. You steal my ship, kill my bishop and ally with demons, but you have no idea what you're really dealing with.
We are ready, mistress.
Yes, but are they?
I swear, mistress. I swear they'll perform admirably.
Very well. Show me. Goodbye, sorcerers. This is my ship. I won't see taken from under my feet. Do act!
Oh, for the love of the void. Listen up. We can't win this one, but I can get us to safety. You'll need to buy me time.
Alrighty.
Show us what you can do, Godwoken.
Godwoken? Parasites, rather.
I'll take care of it, mistress.
Okay. A nice little bit of damage. Bit of a ricochet on you.
I can't contain it for long.
I just wanted to get him down there. Okay. Alright, 2 knockdown, that's not bad. Go all in on this. Chilled. Let me see. Just noticed that 2 of our guys weren't in combat. totem there. Pop this dude here. Alright, good stuff.
You'll never take me again, Dallas.
Nice. Okay, crippled. It's good. Do I encourage? It's good that we do have an ally. Lovely, and move up. Okay, cool. Don't need shields up on you. Settle though. Give her some armor. We can move up to here. So that was crap. I need Fane to teleport her. It's crippled. That's kind of what I was hoping. Okay. Oh, that's terrible, that's terrible. Not what I wanted at all. Okay, just move up. Move up to here and do that. Shit. Do a sky shot. $175 damage. Nice. Yeah, it's gonna hit our guys, but that's okay. Not very useful. So you're gonna explode at the end of the round. Oof. Really is nasty. Bang gonna go down? No. Pop up here. Really? Okay, that's soothing cold. Oh, she needs Alright, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Walk up to her. Good that he's taking the long way around. Okay, get up there for 2. Do. know he's magic armor, but we'll work on that. Oh, what happened there? Okay. Yeah, we need to give her physical armor, which we can't do right there. Oh, why does he have the face ripper? Alright, backstab critical on 27. Just trying to get rid of him. Right. You're next. Nothing I can really do. That mages, but that's not going to do anything, so we'll do that. Let me see. We can do the Banshee. And then we can do this. Says to enemies. How far can you get? Alright, we'll move them up anyway. Is that it?
With the help of the half-demon Malady, the Godwoken escaped through the veil that separates life from death.
The air here has a familiar smell, like the place you grew up. Old memories begin to well within you, but the sweet sour smell of decay suddenly punctures them.
You look around and realize you've been here before.
A faint creaking sounds in the distance.
What's this? I think the giant can finally understand us, Quercus. It certainly took it long enough. Where to begin? I disagree, Quercus. It does not need to know about the coming of the great acorn spelling doom for us all. Similarly, what happened with the Knights of Dre is our own business. Those acorn-worshipping acolytes do not scare me. No, it is enough for the creature to know that we are allowing it to accompany us so that it may act as our shield against the monsters. The great acorn has many servants. We shall need all the help we can get.
I think you have some questions.
Dear me, it has questions, Quercus. Why, yes, I suppose answering them is the polite thing to do. Speak, shield! What are your queries?
What is the Great Acorn?
A giant body, but no giant brain, eh, Quercus? Surely even the tall folk know that Rivellon was bare before the great acorn fell from above and seeded the Urwood, covering this land in beautiful, perfect forests. Beautiful and perfect until the giant races, no offense, realized they could use it to build their houses and fuel their fires. They carved the Urwood up, and the forests shrank and shrank. None of the original wood remains. But someday, the great acorn will fall again. The forests will be reborn, and the giant races will be wiped from this world. At least that's what I hear.
A little confused. Where did the acorn come from?
Oh, Quercus, it wants answers. As if it is the first creature to ponder the big questions of the universe. What tree did the great acorn fall from? Where did that tree come from, if not a greater acorn? Could you build a nest great enough to store the great acorn for the winter? Some questions have no answers. Quercus, why is that so difficult to understand? The great acorn will come. It will destroy the world, and squirrels will reign supreme forever. I fail to see what's so difficult to grasp.
We're gonna continue on.
Quercus, let's be off.
Is that a tree? What's hanging from it? Must be a way across. Solstice? The gods!
Well, that's interesting. The orcs, dwarves, elves, wizards, a man, a lizard, and imp.
Cursed tendrils tighten around Solstice. Her lips are moving, but no words seem able to escape her lips. As the cursed tendrils slacken, Solstice inhales deeply, air wheezing into her throat. Wheezes become a hum, then a gently wavering song.
A champion I called. My champion did come. First among my chosen, first among them. Together we gazed into the black. We turned our backs to it. We turned. You have come. My prince, my chosen. It is not too late. Not yet. But almost.
Ask what happened here last time you were here. They were waging war against each other.
And while we quibbled, an enemy greater than any one of us stole in like a thief in the night. But here you are, my chosen, my God-woken, our hope. You will undo what has been done. I saw it as I drifted here, at the midpoint between reality and oblivion. I saw Rivellon. But there was no Rivellon. There were no people, no ancient empire, none of our people, none of our great works. I grow cold now, even thinking about it. It was not a dream, Godwoken. It was a threat. A promise from our enemy. The enemy you and you alone can stop. It was a vision of the void, and it made me tremble with fear.
It can't be. She's afraid. The goddess who blessed you.
Yes, my prince. I, the goddess. I who created you, tremble. Soon the Seven will be nothing but morsels in the maws of the void. Unless you do as I bid you. Do what I blessed you for. You have already set loose some of the powers locked within you. But there is a great well of possibility as yet untapped. You cannot stop until you ascend to the highest heights of your power. You cannot stop until you become divine. Like Lucian, you will be called to unite the powers of the Seven against the Void. Like Lucian, you will lead our proud people to preeminence. But, unlike Lucian, your weakness will not lead you to foolish failure.
Well, that's the plan. Do what Lucian did.
Either a new divine rises, or the world falls prey to the void. One of the Godwoken must become the new divine. You are my champion. So, set off in pursuit of divinity.
Grand, no bother.
She opens her mouth to respond, but stops dead. Her head jerks from side to side, searching for something unseen.
You must hurry. I hear it singing to me. Fire and ice, death and skulls, blackness, blackness. Go!
White-hot cold pierces your heart like a blade. You are frozen to the spot. The burning cold pumps through you like a curse, and then...
What's happened here? Where is everyone?
The same troubled look is visible on each face. You've seen the gods beaten and defiled, strung up as a warning.
One shudders to contemplate the sheer power of whatever thing or creature could humiliate the seven gods and leave them to perish.
Gods, schmods. They aren't interested in me, and I'm not interested in them. It seems whatever's inside me is more powerful than any of them anyway. Or at least more cunning.
What can yet be blessed, can yet be restored. One way or another, divinity will survive. Through all of you, and all of me.
The void has been pushed back before by the power of mortals. The gods couldn't handle it. But maybe we can.
I've got my weapon. I've got my wits. And now, I've got a new enemy. If the void wants me, well, I say let it come. I'm ready.
I had dreams of what I should say if I saw the Seven Lords once more. But that was a nightmare.
How have you got here? Maybe she can get me out.
Okay, go.
Where is everybody?
Hidden away somewhere, safe from the storm. I hope.
Where have you been? I can't keep this up much longer. We need to go.
Ask her what's going on.
There's no time. I can't hold us here. Brace yourself. This might hurt a lot.
The chill of the Hall of Echoes clung to the Lady Vengeance as it returned to the shores of Reaper's Coast. The Godwoken were alive, but what of the gods?
Solid ground materializes beneath your feet. Your weight falls back into your body all at once, and bright sunlight stings your eyes. As your eyes adjust, you realize you're still aboard the Lady Vengeance. A gust of fresh sea air caresses you, and warm sunshine prickles your skin.
One moment, please. Oh, just a moment.
Melody explodes in a fit of retching that racks her body. At last, she sneezes and expels a glob of something shiny and silver onto the deck. It wriggles quickly off the siding and plummets into the sea with a splash.
Ah, better. Let's not do that again anytime soon.
Ask her what happened.
Well, we needed to escape, didn't we? So I took us the one place I was quite certain Dallas couldn't follow. I suppose you recognized the Hall of Echoes from those visions you'd had before. Realm of the dead, realm of divinity. I do hope you learned something useful on our little field trip.
Tell her you're not sure you met one of the gods again and they seem desperate.
Desperate how?
Sure, we'll tell her everything that we heard.
I see. So, your god seemed uncharacteristically frightened, told you the void was coming, and that only you could ascend to divinity, after which you felt a cold deep within you. Well then, it sounds like you need to ascend, doesn't it? And quickly.
She inspects her fingernails with great attention, then looks up at you from under an arched eyebrow.
Did they mention how you were meant to become the next divine?
Admit they were somewhat vague on that point.
Well. Luckily for you, Mama Malady is here to help. We already know you can bless, but as far as I know, you can neither see source nor take it as you see fit. I may not know much about divinity, but I do know that any godwoken worth their salt will know how to perform all these so fantastic feats. You need to go see the Meister.
I would just ask her where to find him.
Oh, she's got one of those things in Driftwood, you know, the building where people go and they do things inside of it. Home, that's it. She's got a home in Driftwood. Give me your map. There you are. Tell her I sent you and she'll handle the rest. You're at the beginning of a long journey, Godwoken. Long, but exceedingly interesting. Now, I must be going, and so must you.
Ask where she's off to.
Shopping.
You ask, how can we get to shore?
Why, our faithful little sloop, of course. We can all ride together. Won't that be terribly fun? Before you go, if I'm not back by the time you find out where our journey takes us next, you can call me back here. Tell the ship. She'll know how to summon me. And in the unlikely case you don't manage to do whatever it is you'll need to do to become what you need to become, you could call me, but I would be grateful if it doesn't come to that.
Alright, I think I'm going to leave it there for this evening. Thanks for hanging out and watching. The follows and subscriptions on YouTube are very much appreciated, and I'll see you next time.